Darn it. Whoops. You guys don't see us right now. Oh, I'm still kind of jamming out to the countdown music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am the only one getting pumped up during the countdown music, you know? I feel like it's ultimate Russian music, you know? It feels the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel like, right? Isn't that like like Russian disco or Russian electronica or something? I don't know. That was very racist. And anyway, we are back. Today
I guess we are. Yeah. Hey everybody.
It is the first day of October 2022. Show 670, by the way. 670 of these, Mark. What the hell is happening?
669 more than I thought we'd have. That's for sure.
I know, right? Woo! Who would have ever known, right? I mean, that is... Who knew?
I think you should start billing this as the internet's longest or YouTube's longest running beer show.
There you go.
Yeah.
According to the longest running beer reporter, right? According to us.
Malt reporter. Yeah.
According
to the
running,
statistician of YouTube's longest beer running show.
I guess I am the longest running one because I'm the only one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. According to the longest running Share a Beer reporter. And the reporter is in the title, so it's real news. He's actually a Share a Beer journalist, for Christ's sake.
Mm-hmm.
According to a journalist, we're the longest, no charge, longest continuously running beer show on YouTube. We give ourselves a pat on the back for that, right?
We are, yeah. 12 years. Basically. Yeah.
Wow. I hadn't thought about it that way before, but little pat on the back, right? Yeah. Kind of by accident, but we're still here, right? We could have took a turn here or there. Kids, it's when you really apply yourself and you could do anything. You could accomplish your goals, man. Isn't it funny how we just kind of, I don't know, back in the day, you just kind of ended up with, I don't know, your laptop or your computer kind of came with a stupid camera, and it had a little hole next to the camera, and they called that a microphone. So you put on a set of headphones, which you might or might not have had, and you started recording on this new thing called YouTube. You didn't even know how to spell it. A lot of people called it the letter U, and tube.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far back we go with YouTube. You didn't even know how to quite spell it. We couldn't even do this on YouTube. As a matter of fact, when we started this show, we had to do it on another platform called Skype and Stickam. Was it Stickam?
Stickam, yeah.
And that's how we started Share a Beer. What, 200 shows? 100 shows?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. And those were the wild days. Thank God not recorded. Because I
Hey, it wouldn't have been great to get some of the chat roulette scenes on the oh my God.
But the point
Who
is,
remembers chat roulette? Anybody out there remember chat roulette?
I know, right?
I've heard you talk about it, but I have no idea.
I mean, it was like the true spin the wheel, and you could end up with something great or something absolutely disgusting. Yeah,
a lot of times, we got the same, pics that women get nowadays in their DMs.
Yeah.
But it's funny how, you didn't think too much about trying to build your brand or anything like that in those days. Everybody was legitimately trying to have, not everybody, I can't speak for everybody, but a large majority of people were just trying to have fun. You were just trying to have fun. There was very, very professional people out there that did radio, did a lot of things professionally, and for pennies on the dollar would make you a logo or make you an intro or an outro or anything to kind of help out. It was just for fun. It was great. You weren't trying to build this brand. Now, good God. I mean, they won't, they have to have this. They have to have a particular microphone. They have to have a particular this, a particular that. You have to have a brand. You have to have, what do you think about this, Bum? Like,
when there's money to be made now and you're forced to create, when you have to create content on a regularly scheduled basis, that's when things to me are not good, because you're gonna put stuff out there that you normally wouldn't. Instead of just doing a video when you get inspired to do it,
right?
You do it because you have to do it. And just like any other hobby, once the money comes into it, a lot of the fun goes out of it, and things start sucking. Basically, I've seen it happen to a lot of things over the years. A lot of hobbies that where money became baseball cards, for one, in the 80s. That the money aspect just ruined that hobby. Totally ruined it. It's still around, but it's never been the same. All the fun's out of it.
Oh, it's like a job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these people now, and I'm not just going to lay out the general word kids, because it's not just kids, it's grown ass people. We used to get on here just to have some fun. I want to make some content. It wasn't like a legitimate, it's hard nowadays to trust a review, isn't it? Because their reviews, it feels like, or someone's quote opinion, it feels like nowadays is guided by them. Well, I need to do this because I want to attract the attention of this brand, or I want to attract the attention of that brand,
and I don't want to lose subscribers.
Yeah, the whole object is to build. I want to do things solely because it's popular, not necessarily because that's how I really feel. No, what do you think, Tom? What's your thoughts on some of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you watch content on YouTube, do you feel like it's guided somehow, some way, even if they're truly putting their own money to it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like
it's totally manipulated when you're getting paid, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you're being told what to say, and you're really not getting the correct opinion until you get people really start getting paid. That's when you get the true opinion. But once you start getting paid, if people telling you what to say, like you said, it's all diluted. You can tell too when people start getting paid. They just change up.
I see an instant read thermometer, man. Are you doing?
Oh, dude, I've never done this before. I got to start doing it. When it tells me to drink at a certain temperature, I'm ripping off that thermometer.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right. So what made you go stick thermometer as opposed to kind of radar type of,
Oh, I don't have one of those. So I just have one of these.
That's just
okay. To check like the milk at the end of the night.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so what what brand thermometer do you have? I'm kind of into these sort of things. So what?
I just bought this the other day. I don't even really know. This is what it looks like. It's like one of those ones off Amazon.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good enough. Yeah,
It's
good
nothing. It's nothing because I know you can get there's some ones that are pretty expensive.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I know that. My mom has one that I don't know how much she paid for, but it's like one of like the professionals use. It's like a red one. You've
Yeah.
probably seen it before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Speaking of ridiculousness, like that's where we're at now, right? Everything, including barbecuing, including grilling, everything has a following, has a hobby. You can really dive into it these days.
Mhm.
And for geeks like myself, and there's a few of them here in this room, it's wonderful, isn't it? Because you're like, you can really deep dive into everything, really. You know what I'm saying?
They even have the ones that you can put like when you grill meat and you smoke meats, the ones that you can put in the meat and then check on your phone.
Wireless, yeah, they're
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
that's pretty awesome.
They're pretty awesome up to 500 degrees, though. Then they start messing up on you.
Yeah.
So
Oh, really?
yeah, you have to watch it with those. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't done it, because I like to smoke and then sear particular things. Plus, they're damn expensive. So
Yeah.
there's other means of devices that are wired, but then they go to another device that is wireless. You know what I'm saying? So you get the bits of kind of both, but so you're having something wired. Anyway, never mind.
You can hit higher temperatures and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, yeah. Yeah. So you can have a thermometer that could hit 700 degrees along with you. You know what I'm saying? If that's where you want to go. I have found out that barbecuing, I can get I can drill down the whole barbecue way as far down as I ever did photography, as far down as I ever do with vinyl records. Now
in like 100 different directions.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And you know what? I feel like in a lot of ways the barbecue is even deeper because it's old, right? We've grilled food since there was fire. I mean, it is the original way we ate, right?
Yeah.
The minute we discovered fire. How old is fire, Bum? Do you have any recollection on when cavemen discovered fire?
1983 when Beavis and Butthead came out.
It's been around since that kid burned down his trailer in the early 90s. Yeah.
It's at least that old, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's, but yeah, it's a really old fun hobby, man. Isn't that funny to say about cooking that it's a hobby?
Yeah. At one point it was just a necessity. You needed it as a necessity.
Yeah, because I'm fat, I like to eat, and isn't that crazy? But I've gotten into it. Like, it's like, oh, okay, what's this whole lump charcoal thing? What's this whole, like, I've been learning about charcoal now. I feel, to me, I can associate with Mark this way because Mark's already been doing it.
I've been doing it the right way for 15 years, Jeff.
He has. He's been doing it. And Mark was into the vinyl hobby before I got into it and finally talked me into it, and I still curse him out for it.
Yeah.
But
I'll never buy one of those things. Why would I ever buy a record when I got my streaming?
I was at an audio show very loudly proclaiming, why on the earth would anybody buy any physical media?
3 days later or whatever it was.
Yeah, I feel like that little part of the video should have come up there at that exact moment. 3 days later, and the next thing you know, well, I'm going to buy these first 2 records and a record player, but I'll never have more than just a few. Sure, at a time. Yeah, sure. I'll never spend more than, I remember, what was it, Mark? What was the barrier? It was like $50 or for a record. I was never gonna pay more than $50 for a record. Oh no, forget about it. What are you crazy?
You probably said the same thing about subwoofers. I'll never get more than one sub.
Never.
I'll never pay more than $10 a 6-pack of beer.
I will never pay more than $20 a bottle.
That's out the window.
Yeah.
What? Okay. And then once you pop that cherry, right? It's like, okay, I'll never go above $40 a bottle.
Yeah.
Right? Till you do it, right? Oh, I'll never spend more than $100 on a beer hall. Right?
That's like 4 good beers.
You can hardly get a 6-pack these days for $100. What are you, crazy? You know.
When they put out that Walmart beer, that Trouble brand at Walmart, and I went to West Virginia, I was like, I cannot believe I'm driving an hour to get beer. And if I only knew what was going to come in the beer.
Especially from Walmart.
Yeah.
Holy
Dude,
crap.
that Walmart beer was not bad.
And that came and went. I looked it up on Untapped recently, and it doesn't look like they make it anymore.
Who was the brewer for that beer?
It was called Trouble Brewing, but was that Rochester? Was that brewed by
Rochester?
Genesee?
That's right. Yeah, it was that contract brewer out of Rochester. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I bought it several times.
It's better than a lot of stuff I've had since then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. You weren't like, dear mama, this is the best damn, but it was decent stuff.
It was very drinkable.
Yeah, it's better than the stuff Costco made. Costco made their own beer, and that was no bueno.
No. Costco beer is really good, man. I think.
No, they made the house brand for about a year and a half, and it was a 30-pack for $19.99, and it was just not good.
The beer, at kind of the height of my little popularity, when I thought I had a little pool, I tried to get some of that White House beer. If you remember when Obama first got elected, Obama liked beer. Yeah. And they made 4 White House beers, small batch. Oh, I tried to get some of those beers, man. That didn't happen.
They had the I think northernbrewery.com. They had the beer kits and everything. Like you could buy a beer kit and then make the beer that he likes.
Yeah, but screw that, man. I wanted to buy the bottles, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wanted the official White House chef created beer, Screw that. I don't want to make it. Look at this guy. He's cute. Oh, okay, cute. Oh, look at you, Tommy. No, I ain't making it. What are you, nuts? No, that's for our dear friend over there in Montana, for Christ's sake. He'd have made it. But yeah, not me. Yeah, no way, man. That's but just the idea. I feel like is Obama one of the first presidents to brew beer in the White House? Or have
Jimmy Carter allowed home brewing.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't legal till Carter made it legal.
Like 1977.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter home brewing legal. Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy. Wow, all of a sudden you went to crap, Mark. What happened?
I don't know.
I thought it was me.
No.
I think it's Jimmy Carter's birthday today, too, as you said.
Really? Are you serious?
98.
Amazing.
Wow, he's 98. He's alive still, right?
Yeah. He wouldn't be turning 98 if he wasn't alive.
I know. That's how birthdays work, Tom. When you celebrate a birthday.
Some people still bring up birthdays when people are dead.
Yeah. They say somebody would have been.
Coach, can you finish explaining how birthdays work to Tom? Because
I need a little more information.
Yeah, so when you're 6 feet above the ground, you celebrate a birthday.
Yeah.
When you're 6 feet below, they would have been
like
yeah.
Oh, you remember them on their birthday.
Remember on their birthday.
Is he 98, Mark, or 93? I want to say
98. 98.
Wow.
98.
Yeah, he was born the same age as my mom, 25, I think. Or was he born in 24?
so today happens to be Jimmy Carter's birthday, and it happens to be Pumpkin Spice Day. Yay!
Those two go together.
So with that in mind, it happens to be, I am all in theme here. I don't know about anybody else, but I've got my only orange shirt that I own.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, says beer.
Nice.
And I have my orange background. It's Pumpkin Beer Day. It's Pumpkin Spice Day. Who plans these things? Any better than Share a Beer Show?
Right.
I wish one of your guys had children so I could kick them in their fucking head or stomp on their testicles so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I had waking up every day.
Oh, me and Coach got the same thing.
Oh, nice. That looks good.
Cool.
I bet you nobody has this. Let me see. I have to dry mine out. I'm pulling.
I've got the most bougie one by far, though.
I'm pulling mine out of the ice here, baby. Ice,
Oh.
ice, baby.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Pumpkin Spice
dog.
Yeti.
You dog.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And this has a little age to it, if you can imagine. So this was canned on July 13th, 2021. So
Okay. Not bad.
not too
Not bad.
bad. Not too bad. Coffee stout. It's an imperial stout with coffee and spices.
Hopefully it doesn't taste like an old pumpkin. One of those old
Right.
pumpkins on someone's porch.
Yeah, an old pumpkin, Charlie Brown, right? Yeah, hopefully it's not. 9.5% ABV. Do I have the highest ABV pumpkin spice beer?
I think
I
you
got
do.
nine.
Mine is 7.7. I think this one.
I got
Is.
9%.
Oh, you got 9%. So I
I got the shipyard pumpkin.
smashed
Ye-
pumpkins.
You've had this one. It's
This
on
one
you.
is 6. 6.4.
Yeah. No charge. And mine has an official Great Minds Drink Alike label on it.
Ooh.
It does not say if it's vegan or not, though.
I'm sure it is.
Does anybody have a vegan pumpkin spice? Oh, almost Billy D time. And this is 560 milliliters, man. 1 pint, 3.2 fluid ounce can. Oh yeah, super cold. Just pulled that out of the ice. Ah. Oh, look at that
I am
smoke!
gel.
Look at that. Oh,
I am gel ass. of Joe right
Darkness.
oh,
Ugh.
oh, yeah. So give it a little tappa.
Holy crap, coach. It's a lot of beer.
So describe yours, Coach. What do you got, man?
Yeah, you notice I'm chomping at the bit here, not to take away from that Yeti, because I'd love to have that Yeti. But can I get a pumpkin spice cappuccino topped with cookies and cream?
Ooh.
Oh,
That's good.
Oh, wow.
that's a topper.
That sounds
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it is real good. And me and Mandy are about to head out for a concert here pretty soon. I'm going to take this down and then, yeah. So back to Joe. I want to hear about this Yeti. And where did you get that?
Oh.
'Cause
I got
Mark
this.
can't get it either. You know,
We get some Yetis, but not all the special ones. Yeah.
Oh, man. Now, this was purchased at one of my local beer stores here toward the north, if you will. And it kind of seems to have every damn thing.
Mm.
It feels like if you go up there, you could buy every Yeti known to mankind. It feels
Yeah, probably up there. Yeah.
they get so much stuff. What's fantastic about this couple that owns this beer store is they don't drink.
They know people that do drink.
Yeah, it's like it's like the Jack Daniels family, I suppose. Like you can't drink it there, but you can buy it. I mean, well, you can't buy it there, but or consume it, right? Or can you buy it there, but just not consume it or something? I don't know. Wherever Jack Daniels is made is a dry county, right? In any
is
case,
it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. The hell, that makes no sense.
There's still, even though this is a year old, well, hell, over a year old. What are we? 17 months, 18 months. This is still tons of spice, chocolatey. I don't know if I'm getting coffee as much, but it is super cold. I mean, look at the glass. I don't know. Watch. See how it like.
Do it again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Stop. All right. Stop. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Oh, man. This is still super solid. Super solid. This is really good. Heavy stout. This is not even a medium stout. This is a heavy one. It's very heavy in the glass. Super, not too sweet though. That's what's great so far. Now, mind you, this is cold. We're going to be consuming this during the whole show, so we'll see how it tastes in about another half hour, an hour, if the show goes that long. But
they never do. So yeah,
they never, right?
And usually, I mean, we're getting so old now. It's like 7:30. It's like I gotta go, guys. It's bedtime.
Right. Yeah.
That's my bedtime.
Right. Oh, there you go. Right there. See, according to Vega, Lynchburg, Tennessee. No, you cannot buy it there, but you can have as much as 2 fists before it's bootlegging.
That's
a little boozy at the end, just a little bit, but to me, that's just right. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to taste that a little bit, but how there is some Yetis, as we know, because Bum has said there's some Yetis. There's at least one that he doesn't care for.
Well, it's not that I didn't care for it. It's I didn't think they held up as
for
far
the price.
as taste goes.
That's right.
They've been around for a while.
That's
I'm sure
right.
They would have been good, but to me, for as high ABV as they all are, I was shocked that at a year old they tasted bad.
That's right, and that happens. It might have been just that particular batch. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that happens.
Make me gun shy about buying them again. Though.
That's the thing about beer, right? Like everything can be the same, but the ingredients aren't because they're all grown. It's organic, if you will. It's a natural product. So who knows? That's why they have, your bigger breweries, like Great Divide, have chemists. They have people studying, all the different ingredients that are go into it, no charge.
You know what beer I haven't seen in a while? The Victory at Seas.
Yes, I was just talking to somebody about that from Ballast Point. I haven't seen them either.
But Ballast Point has all but dried up in my area. The only thing that's around now from Ballast Point is the Sculpin, one other one, and the grapefruit Sculpin. And I have not seen any other Ballast.
That's a good point. Yeah, Victory. I haven't seen for a year. I haven't seen any of those for about a year.
That is an A+ beer. That's an A+ brew.
Yeah,
obviously out of San Diego. But yeah, that's. I was just talking to somebody, Tom. That's funny.
Well, they got bought out, right?
Yeah,
recently?
And that seemed to be the beginning of the end of it appearing around here at least.
What a good beer! What a good beer!
Yeah, I miss it.
Well, our Ballast Point expert is no longer here. Earth was our Ballast Point expert. Here is their website. I just went to it.
They probably make a pumpkin variation too, I'd imagine, right?
Now, I see Ballast Point in my particular area all the time. Now,
do you see the brewery itself or just the product?
Well, I of course don't see the brewery. I'm not in.
Because they were expanding, but I've been to the brewery in Vista, California, one time, and amazing place.
Yeah, in California, no, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Earth was our Ballast Point expert because he's the one that had been to and had some of the stuff that they don't even bottle. But yeah, I have not. I see Ballast Point in my area all the time. I follow him on Instagram, so I see him. Feels like daily. But Victory at Sea, now that you mention it, I haven't seen, but I mean, all some of these other Sculpin, Grapefruit Sculpin. I mean,
anymore.
I see them. I see them in the grocery store, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. See, I don't see any of those anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't like that new label design either. I miss the old artwork.
Look at this watermelon Dorado, a double IPA out of watermelon. All sunshine and no seeds. 10%. I don't know that I've had a 10% watermelon flavored beer.
Sure you have. It's called a White Claw.
Okay.
Look at that. I don't know that we have a hot chick in the room.
Oh, yeah. Say hello.
Oh, yeah. There she is.
Hi, Delilah.
Hi, Delilah. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing fantastic.
Hi.
She always knocks on the door. She wants to say hi.
That's
She's
cool.
Like, Dad, let me in.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like how many, I don't know, Mark. I feel like we're aging ourselves here, but we now have Havana's one of them. We have people too young to drink that grew up on this show and are now kind of members of the show, if you will.
Wow.
People that jump on and now tune in, and now we have people that have had kids on the show and now they're part of the show. Like, it's fantastic. Piper's damn near a grown woman at this point.
Yeah. I heard she's getting married next week. So
Yeah, right.
I feel like, part of her
No.
she finally
Say
gets
bye-bye.
she needs to announce it on the show, for Christ's sake.
Bye, guys. I'm going to sleepy time.
Delilah, you gonna do the one chip challenge?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's doing it next week. She's training for it, though. She's training.
Bye. So very, very cool. Very cool. So in the meantime, what do we have here? Who's Ting Ting? I mean, I get that selling craft in a can reduces overhead and it's meant to be consumed in a pint glass, but if I'm paying craft prices, I want it in a glass right out of the fridge.
Good point. Good point.
In bottle.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I saw in the beer store, Old Rasputin, the value Russian Imperial Stout. So in the beer store, 2 4-packs. One was a 4-pack of bottles for $10.99. Okay, 4-pack of 12-ounce bottles, and next to it was a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans for the same price.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what they're doing is it costs more to package and ship glass because it's heavier. So they're taking the cost differential and giving you more beer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, that's perfect. So you're getting an extra beer out of the 4-pack, basically.
Yeah.
Let's dive into this a little bit because I got
the first time I've seen that. They had it next to that, and I'm like, 10. Then it's one was 4 16-ounce, and the other was 4 12-ounce bottles.
They've been making a point.
I'm going to go first because I am having a beer right now in a tall can. And I tell you the truth, I kind of prefer it. It's easier for me to bring home. It's easier for me to store. I don't worry about light. I don't worry about a whole lot of things because it's not in glass. Any other thoughts? I would love to hear another
10 years ago,
If it's
I
like a
would've
big
said, no,
barrel
no.
aged beer and I want to keep it for like 6 to 7. Oh, no. If it's like a big barrel aged beer and I want to keep it for like 6 to 7 years, I feel like glass is better. But if it's like a beer that I'm going to drink within a year, cans all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I've got tons of examples of those beers, those specialty beers that, and I was just joking around earlier, but those specialty beers that we honestly do pay $15 a bottle, $20 a bottle for, are in bottles
Yeah.
most of the time. Those big special heavy duty barrel aged beer or whatever, right? They're generally in bottles, but beers I kind of like stuff in cans.
I'll give you the perfect example, Joe. You love the Goose Island.
Oh yeah,
those bourbon specialties.
Yeah.
You would feel different about it. I know you would if they were in a can because it just wouldn't hit the same.
I am wondering.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm curious if they would.
They would never do that though because they would. That's part of, and that's why I buy things that are sparkly and bright and weird because that's part of the selling point where they package it and write the date on it. Because a lot of those have that handwritten date, do they not?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there's a lot of craft that goes into that versus just throwing it into a can, and you don't
No,
get
you're
the same. Does that make sense, or does that sound weird?
Oh no, that's all part of the package. Yeah, I mean that's what you're paying for.
And more to your point, Coach, just to expand your point even more, they like to put a lot of stuff that I call, your doodads and stuff. They put the cages over the top. They wax dip them. There's a whole procedure which is man stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? When I have to like take the cage off of the top of the beer, and it's a whole process. There's a cork on there, and you off the top, and the corked beers always make good smoke, which is what I love, but at the same time, we have beers like Bum went on a whole total road trip trying to find the Christmas ale, which is now only canned.
Which I'm waiting in the next month. I guess we're going to hear whether it's going to be limited bottling again. I'm prepared to travel again.
Right. And at the same time, some of these brands that we are just so used to being bottled have been canned lately. And it hasn't really set the world on fire yet.
But it kind of like, from a marketing standpoint, it kind of dilutes yourself a little bit because you're just a can next to a can. Like the Bourbon County, when you're a bottle next to a can, you kind of differentiate yourself a little bit. It kind of brings your eyes to them a little more.
And there's so many different potential bottle shape, sizes, and designs.
Yeah.
That you can still get your bottle to stand out where you can't with the can.
And the embossing and the etching that happens in a bottle. Right. No, I completely get it. I do. But Mark, what do you when I think about some of these beers that I go, get at my particular breweries in my particular area, Phoenix here, these specialty beers, only one little cask is made of this beer, and they'll crowler it for me if I want.
Yeah. I agree with Tom. If it's something that you're going to drink within a year or so, which is reality is like 95% of what even beer geeks would do. You're going to buy it and drink it within a year. A can makes, I think, a lot of sense. But if you want all the other stuff that goes along with it, the exclusivity, the specialness, the limited you're paying for that in the bottle. I mean, if they took Goose Island and put it in a can, they could probably sell it for $4 a bottle less because of all the extra stuff. But they can afford to do it because people are willing to pay, a premium price for it.
Not only are they willing to pay, they're willing to stand in line for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, just to get his opinion, I want to make sure to get all his opinion in here. Everything good can now, even the local stuff, I hate it. I have to admit, I have not had this strong an opinion on the opposite side of canning. I've been so pro-can that to hear this is refreshing to me. It's honestly refreshing because he's right. So much stuff is canned now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I love when we used to get, Zach would come on here more and more, and we'd get that brewery point of view. He was just on. Was it last week? He was on here. He was just on here for a short time.
Yeah.
But I would rather have the beer than not. If canning, to me, I see so many pros to canning that when it's finally canned, I have to admit, Tom, to Tom's point, it's a little disappointing when I first see that it's canned instead of bottled. Like Bum has gone out of his way, obviously, to get particular beers that are bottled. Because now they're mostly canned. I have to admit, personally, yeah, it is a little bit of a letdown, but at the same time, I'm like, I understand it. I guess I get it. And so I have aged cans because of my cans just as long.
Mm-hmm.
And they're perfectly fine. I feel like it's the same as guys, those of us actually right here in this room that were back in the day diehard, and I still, matter of fact, hold on.
Oh God.
I still will pull a Miller Lite out of the ice here because I still do drink these beers. But you had those of us that were diehard Miller Lite, Budweiser, and so forth, big beer drinkers, and you swear you could taste the difference between this can and that bottle. Well, the difference back in the day was obvious. There was a difference. With the liners and the things they're doing to cans these days, is there really a difference? Is it?
Here's the thing: is you can have a 6-pack of cans, Joe, and one of those cans can go like kind of soggy, indented, but it's still sealed. There's nothing leaking out, but it kind of bottles don't do that, and that's kind of where, as an idiot, I buy into that. So
right, but bottles regularly jack up on you. Bottles regularly, the cap leaks. You have bad bottling, all that sort of thing happens regularly.
Yeah, I've opened a beer bottle and it's rusted on the cap, and I'm like, what the hell is that about? They try and put that plastic in there, but sometimes that thing fails.
Yeah.
You do have the same thing with cans sometimes too. You ever had a can that you pop it open and it doesn't actually crack it open? Yeah. You gotta like push down the tab and like
yeah.
I'm glad Joe's showing the Miller Lite, because back in the day they had this little air hole on the side you could push in. After you pop the top, there's like an air hole on the side, and you could just chug it faster. Do you remember that?
Wait for it. Bum is going to reach over and grab one without leaving the frame. Bum is going to reach over.
It's funny because Bum actually looks. He knows you might have one.
Yeah, he's scanning.
That's awesome.
Processing.
I have one. I'll get a knife. I'm going to poke it right here. Hold on.
Right, yeah. It's called.
I might have to take about 2 steps away from the chair.
Yeah, right.
That's too much.
There we go. I got one for you.
There you go.
It's my 50-year-old Koresh can, unopened. What do you think that thing tastes like? Huh?
Right. Yeah.
Is it full? It's full.
It's full. Yeah. This was in the back of the boss's dad's refrigerator for as long as I knew him, and then we got it out of the refrigerator when he moved. Yeah, so.
I think that should be opened on show 1000.
Oh man, what year you think that's
no,
from?
The boss says no.
That's from the mid 70s.
I think I looked it up. I think they did this for like 1 year from like 76 to 78 or something like this.
Okay. Now the question I have
So it's like 45 years old.
Before we get to Billy D, the question I have is there a situation where you would open that? What would it take for Mark and more importantly the boss?
The boss would have to approve it.
To approve opening that can.
It's gonna taste like nickels.
I think it would have to be a large sum of cash.
That's what she said out of a Vegas whorehouse somewhere, right? Like,
oh my god, I don't know about that.
How the hell do you know my sister?
Wait a minute.
How do you know my sister?
Wait a minute. Isn't that? I thought you were going to say Vegas sister.
I mean, Vegas sister.
He was setting you up.
I don't know. It would take a lot, I think, to have to open this can. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be bad. You wouldn't want to drink that.
I would actually be so interested to see what.
It looks like it was canned on July 11th.
Is there a code on there?
There's J11, July 11th, and then it's B12.
It's not that long ago.
Wait a minute. Bum will look that up here in a second and find out what that code means.
Yeah, I find it amazing that they were. All right, Coach.
All right, man. Let's see, Coach.
Hey, later, Coach.
Yeah,
Mark's like the Rain Man of codes.
Oh, this is the best one yet. Hey, that pumpkin dressed up like Joe D.
Yeah. No, it's funny though. Look at the can. This is regular Coors.
I'm gonna go full
what's
screen.
It say at the bottom? Fine light beer.
Mm.
Oh yeah, so that's before they introduced.
Well, before Coors Light, yeah.
Mm.
Recycle. All aluminum. Recycle. Yeah.
Isn't it interesting all the different marketing that's happened in beer, and it was regional too. Like that, wherever you bought that, not you, but wherever that was purchased. That might have been the marketing to that region to get them to buy.
At this point, I think Coors was only probably only in Colorado and the Intermountain Rocky Mountains. I bet you the boss's dad got this when they were up in Denver visiting family. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
that's 6-pack, drank 1 or 2, and then put the rest.
Yeah, that was a regional beer. You're absolutely right. That was
to find that in Pennsylvania at the time.
It was a cult beer.
When did they start making Coors in Memphis? Is it Memphis?
Their first brewery was in Virginia. They opened up a brewery in Virginia like the late 80s. But I remember when I went to school, the first couple years I drove back, I filled up the back of the car with cases of Coors because nobody could get it.
Nice. That's awesome.
And it's still not great beer, but it's like, oh, you got Coors, so. Oh, that was like 1983, 1984, 1985. So,
I mean, that was the whole basis of a movie, right? That we're all
they had a cult following. Yeah, they knew people would drink it. Yeah,
Smokey and the Bandit, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's the whole.
I said this before. I've seen pictures of rock bands backstage in the 70s, and back then, when they were touring, they were, only the best for them with their backstage amenities. And you will see them drinking bottles of Coors beer. That you couldn't get any better than that.
No, that was the best. That was the best of the big beers at the time. I think probably overall. Yeah.
Pure advertising.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I don't know if you're familiar, but again, as we lead into the Malt Liquor Report. There is a movie right now on Apple TV Plus.
I've seen something about
Greatest Beer Run Ever. It's a Vietnam movie. I have not watched it yet, but I do have it in my.
The real guy actually did this.
So, if you're so inclined, this is the latest and greatest beer-focused movie. The greatest.
Did he bring beer back? Oh, he must have something about going back to New York to get a beer or something. Yeah.
Yeah, the story is Chicky, right, wants to support his friend fighting in
It's
Vietnam
got Bill Murray in it. He's a bartender, isn't he? Yeah.
by doing something wild, personally bringing them American beer. What starts as a well-meaning journey quickly changes Quickie's life and perspective based on a true story.
Bill Murray had a birthday the other day, didn't he? He was 72, I think.
Yeah,
Bill
see,
Murray.
so he's trying to smuggle Paps
Back to Vietnam.
to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Isn't that
That's a
something?
good idea, actually. It's a good idea for a movie because it does kind of,
The greatest beer run ever. How cool is that? That is a current new release on Apple TV Plus. With all the streaming wars that are happening right now.
Yeah. Speaking of, I've got to say, do any of you have Hulu?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you watched Only Murders in the Building?
What? There's
I
a
have
new
not.
murder show that I have not
No,
seen.
It's Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Oh, I heard about it. No, I have not watched it yet.
Watch it. It's very, very smart. It's about they form a podcast to solve a murder in their building. So
that sounds cool.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, very, very well written. Steve Martin's great. Martin Short's great. It's got Selena Gomez, right? Yeah, right, boss. Yeah, is in it. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely worth. We're watching season 2 at this point, and it's the best show I've seen in a while.
Oh, I need to watch it then. Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building. Yeah.
I need to watch it. There's, with the
Joe loves murder scenes more.
It's like a true crime. It's based on like a true crime podcast. So they're going through and trying to solve the mystery and do a podcast as they're doing it.
Very similar to any other sickness. The roommate loved murder shows and has spread that sickness over to me.
Okay.
Didn't take much. That was a small, very small curve. But I picked that up as well, just like COVID or something else that you would pick.
No, this isn't, it's murder mystery, but yeah, it's more of I don't know, I guess a comedy. I mean, Martin Short and Steve Martin together, it's just, it's fantastic. Right. I mean, just great physical comedy. There's a lot of just riffing and off script type stuff that went on with it.
I'm kind of curious what Billy D thinks about all this stuff. Murder mysteries and taking long journeys to get beer and.
Well, we know what Bum's watching, right?
Billy D.
Second season of Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah. I actually watched that show for the first couple years it was on. I can't believe I'm being recorded forever saying that, but I actually
own it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just own it. Right.
I'd say about the first 2 or 3 years I was into that show.
I'm
also 90s.
Back then, how many choices were there, though?
Like 4.
Yeah.
Baywatch.
Yeah.
By the way, how long has it been since I first cracked open this?
Half an hour?
But yeah, it's a half hour.
Tons of pumpkin are coming back.
Yeah, I think you'll get that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. So damn good. Man, what the hell? Great dividing these Yetis, I'm telling you. And they're very much like the Ballast Point that we were talking about here a second ago. That's another series.
All right. I think I prefer the Ballast Point of Victory at Seas, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the Victory at Seas, I think you're absolutely correct. Well, the consistency across that Victory at Seas series, to kind of Bum's point, the consistency is better.
Yeah.
I think.
We're getting low on different malt liquors. We're heading into the home stretch of the malt liquor challenge. We're getting dangerously low supplies.
We're in the long stretch.
Yeah.
Having supply chain issues?
Yeah. Actually, supply chain issues. One of which is Pat. I still got to get that Wren House malt liquor from Pat. I still got that one hopefully coming. And I got a trade pending with Shady, but I'm down to a precious few now. So the next couple of weeks, we're going to break out some good stuff here. Well, not good stuff, but old stuff and discontinued stuff.
Relative.
Yeah.
Relative. Yeah, everything's relative here. Yeah.
So speaking of bottled beer versus canned beer and light getting into it, we have it finally aged in the refrigerator.
Oh my goodness.
Old label Country Club that still says malt liquor on the label.
And how old is that bottle?
As we have seen from some of my past malt liquors, Country Club is now called Sweet Lager.
What vintage is that?
This expired August 30th of 2021.
Oh, not bad.
And
not bad.
This is a tough one to get. So thanks to 40 Ounce Horror Show for the trade over a year ago. I never thought I would get an old label Country Club. So this will be the only one of these I will ever have. So we'll see.
How preserved forever on the Share Beer Show. 670.
Yeah.
There.
All right.
Hopefully we heard the
got some smoke. I see smoke.
Oh, there you go.
Some carbonation.
Yeah, I'm having some good luck with the cap cracks lately.
Yeah.
Them 32 ounces from the last few times I've had them warmed built up my strength enough to open the 40 ounce.
Or is it practice makes perfect? Is it cracking the cap on the?
Here
we go.
Yeah, salute.
Ooh.
That still tastes like any other malt liquor does.
Those words like crap.
Almost all of them, dog.
Yeah.
So, okay. We're going to start out with something a little bit different here, Joe. I don't know if the person who sent this to me wants to be identified, but somebody sent this link to me, and I think this is something you're going to like, Joe. You like this kind of stuff.
Okay. It doesn't take much.
It's not a video. It's a site called the artofmanliness.com.
Oh.
And it's 19th century slang that has disappeared from our vocabulary.
Oh, okay. I was worried it was like kind of gay or something, but okay.
No.
All right.
Lumberjacks and gay lumberjacks.
Yeah. Bears.
You don't know where they're going.
Yeah. So scroll down to where it says heavy wet.
Whoa.
Everything's alphabetical.
Whoa. Heavy wet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's alphabetical, so we're going to get down to the H's. Right? Or no?
Yeah.
Hugger mugger.
Here's a hugger mugger. House. Heavy wet. Oh!
Malt liquor.
So what does that mean?
There's
it's
malt
an early use of the term malt liquor.
So heavy wet was another phrase for malt liquor because the more a man drinks of it, the heavier and more stupid he becomes.
Makes sense.
So wet was probably slang for stupid.
Wait a minute. You skipped over the gunpowder, an old woman.
Gunpowder.
Half morning,
half
black eye from a blow.
That's what happens when you drink too much heavy wet.
Yeah, exactly. Or it can happen from heavy wet. Holy water. He loves him as the devil likes holy water. Hates them mortally. Huh. Howls your poor feet. And I did. Wow.
Yeah.
Jobs turkey. As poor as
So
jobs.
these were all, I guess, common phrases that were used in the 1800s.
A fart catcher, a valet or footman.
Draw the longbow.
He was walking behind his master or mistress.
Fimble famble, a lame, was that provocateering excuse?
Huh.
Fuzzy.
Eternity box. I like that. A coffin. Eternity box.
Fart catcher.
Fart catcher. Walking behind somebody. Yeah.
Mistress or master. Jesus.
A floor, a blow significantly. Wow. Wow, you could kind of get into this little one.
I figured you would be into that.
Yeah.
Go by the ground, a short person. Oh, so there's a chairman. Go by the ground, a short person, man or woman. There you go. There's the chairman. Just described. Go by the ground.
I like the next one. What's it? Gully fluff. The waste, coagulated dust, crumbs, or hair, which accumulates imperceptibly in the pockets of schoolboys.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
So we have to go by the ground who drinks too much heavy wet.
Yeah.
Heavy wet. I like that there was a term for malt liquor.
Hogmagundy. Huh.
A youth who has ceased to regard himself as a boy and is not yet regarded as a man.
Huh.
Oddsy boy. Huh. There's a lot of crazy
Yeah.
slang in here.
Is there?
So this is like the Urban Dictionary 19th century version.
Right.
Yeah.
Ladder? Can't see a hole in a ladder? Wow. No charge. Monkey with a long tail? A mortgage?
A mortgage. Hey,
you know what?
sense.
I've heard that phrase before. Monkey with a long tail. I had no idea that meant a mortgage.
Now, month of Sundays, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know recently, but I've heard that in some movies, from 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
I guess I've even said that and didn't really know what it meant, but an indefinite period, a long time, a month of Sundays. Yeah. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays is a common thing truck drivers will say to each other.
Okay, there you go. It's still being used.
Yeah.
A nose ender, a straight blow delivered full on the nasal promontory. Nose ender.
Oh, so precise. Jesus.
Nose in the manager. To put one's nose in the manager. Whoa!
No, manger, I think. Oh,
manger. Oh.
Sit down to eat. Put on the nose bag is to eat early. Hey, take off that nose bag.
A muckender, a pocket
funny.
handkerchief,
Yeah.
snottinger.
What's
muckender?
Off one's chump. To be crazy is to be off one's chup is very wow. Off the horn. A term used to reference to very hard steak.
In other words, well done.
Yeah. Off the horn. Wow. Out of print.
Used for a person. That's crazy.
Perpendicular. A lunch taken standing up at a tavern bar. Wow. Pocket. To put up with, a man who does not resent an effort is said to pocket it. Huh. Pot hunter. Wow. Rain napper. An umbrella? A rib is a wife? Why? Because
Adam from Adam's rib.
Adam missing the rib. Wow.
Rusty guts, a blunt, rough old fellow.
Wow. Saturn water? Scandal water.
Shake the elbow.
Then if you went in a time machine, you wouldn't even know what they were saying. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it?
You'd be like, "Yo, dog," and they'd be, "What are you, a snooze case?"
I'm gonna give you a nose ender. What is that? The one to punch in the
Yeah,
nose?
nose ender.
Isn't that something like when you think about it, if some of the things that we know of that are said, if we were to put them in a list like that and then wait a couple hundred years, it would sound kind of crazy
Yeah,
as well.
Uh-huh.
Hell, 10 years from now, because the language with the internet and social media changes quicker than ever now.
Yeah.
Okay,
LOL.
so here's your sources: 1823, 1874, 1891, 1877.
Damn.
So
Interesting.
that is the time period that these phrases came from. So that's wild to me, isn't
Yeah.
it? You're talking 1823, and it's now about to be 2023.
200 years ago. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of my point. Is like
Yeah.
if you were
Crazy.
to put the things that we say and then advance 200 years, good luck. As a matter of fact,
OMG, that would be so LOL if we were to do that.
no, you know what? It might be reduced to an algorithm. And just the fact that humans were saying stuff might be kind of wild.
Yeah.
It will just be Google's algorithm out there going, wow, this is wild. 200 years from now, what do you think would be out there?
200 years from now?
It'll probably still be malt liquor, I'm sure.
Oh,
Would there still be humans 200 years from now?
I was going to say, we may not be around 200 years from now.
200 years, definitely. But robots will definitely have most of the jobs, especially truck driving. Definitely truck driving. Grocery stores, banks, a lot of the stuff. Factories.
I don't know that any of that stuff would exist.
Yeah.
I really question. Okay, think of 200 years ago. Where were we just with banking, with money?
We didn't even have vehicles 200 years ago.
Yeah.
We didn't have phones. Only internet is only 20, 30 years old. We've accelerated in the last 30 years more than we've done in the last 150 years.
That's been the common thing, is like my generation has been the generation that has really advanced things that much more exponentially. Like things were advancing at a particular pace as far as time and technology. And you've got your Steve Jobses and your other, your Gen X's that were like bang and just moved it that much far along, right? That much quicker.
Yeah.
With the internet, with Facebook, with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Phones in general. Just having a phone is just has being able to walk around with a phone just makes any sky the limit, because you can do anything. You can prepare for anything. You can learn anything. You can do anything you want. It's crazy.
And that's really only been around for about 12 years. Was it 2009, 2010 when the first smartphone came out?
Even 20 years ago, if you would have said, yeah, I'm carrying a phone around, that would have been normal at that point. But if you say, yeah, you can do anything on your phone.
Do you guys remember?
That's only 10 or 12 years old, really. Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Nextels? People would be inside the store going bloop, bloop, and they'd be talking. That was probably like 15 years ago. About people would just talk like walkie-talkies
or whatever. You'd push it and it would beep. Yeah.
Wow, that really sent us down a whole thing. Wow, that's
I figured it might. That's how things happen sometimes on the show. So I figured that was right up your alley, Jay.
Yeah, that I do like stuff like that. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. Okay, so we've got another link here. What do we
have a link here, and boy, I am so sorry that the chairman is not in the chat. Last time that I checked, remember last week when we were discussing the song lyrics he mentioned, when he said to me, pick yourself up, brush yourself off. And he said, that's all Blue Eyes Sinatra, remember?
Yeah.
And we looked up the potential song, Pick Yourself Up. We Googled it. And so we decided that could possibly be the song. Well, that was the song. That is the song. Just to give you a little more info, my buddy Lou provided it for me. He's probably watching. That song actually originated from the Fred Astaire Ginger Rogers movie Swing Time in 1935. That's where the song premiered, and Sinatra covered it. So the chairman was kind of right when he said that those lyrics were from Sinatra, but he kind of screwed himself here by what he said the other day.
Wait a minute. The chairman screwed himself by what he said? So unusual.
Yeah, maybe there's a 19th century term for that.
Yeah, it's called Scrooge Yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are we going, Bum?
Go to 650.
650. Okay. Here we are. 6.
Special fuck you, shout out to Bum, Pencil Neck Mark.
Whoa, wait a minute. Do you hear his whole demeanor, his whole pace, it's just all kind of what is going
Fuck
on?
you, shout out to Bum, Pencil
He's
Neck Mark.
exhausted.
That fat piece of shit, Joe D.
Oh, wow. We haven't heard that in a long time. Wow, we got to replay that.
Yeah, he seems angry in this video.
That fat piece of shit, Joe D. Fuck you too, T Wolf.
Oh, yes. Wow. How do you feel now, Tom? You haven't been included in one of these in quite some time. It's been months, it feels like.
I feel replenished. I can go out tomorrow, take a nice deep breath. Wake
You know
up.
what?
Hello, world.
You have the one chip challenge to thank for this.
I think so.
Yeah.
That put you back on the map.
Mhm. Sometimes you gotta do something difficult to bring yourself right back up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Bum had no idea. I was quoting Frank Sinatra, that's life.
Oh, we can't see the video.
You got to put the chairman up there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You old fossils. Don't even know Frank Sinatra.
Let me rewind it.
Bum had no idea. I was quoting Frank Sinatra, that's life.
No, you weren't.
You old fossils. Don't even know Frank Sinatra. Good God.
So the chairman's getting on us for not knowing that those lyrics were from Frank Sinatra, That's Life. That's because they're not from That's Life. They're from Pick Yourself Up. Wrong song, Chairman.
Exactly.
That's life.
Fucking legend.
I find that hilarious that he got on us for not knowing it. He's quoting the wrong song.
Yeah, and he doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Don't he know who he's messing with, Bum? He is messing with a share beer journalist, for Christ's sake. You're an accomplished, studied journalist.
Well, it was my buddy Lou who notified me. He watched the show the next
day.
Wait.
A source.
A source.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A source that you have.
Yeah.
You contacted
me know.
Source.
Yeah, he let me know the source of the original song. So
that's how it works in journalism, right? Like
Yeah.
all your favorite radio guys and all this stuff, they all like to say, "Oh yeah, no, I have a source." You know what I'm saying? It's some
Yeah.
dude at the bar. You know what I'm saying? That gave them some stupid opinion when they were having the $2 happy hour, for Christ's sake, and they call it a
Y'all-
source.
You always put it on somebody else because if they're wrong, it's not you. You lose the source.
Exactly.
Right?
It wasn't me. It was my source. Oh well.
Yeah.
It was my source, exactly. Yeah. So Bum had a source that let him know that he had a source of the real material.
So that is it for that video. So we have another link here. The chairman again. Go to 415.
Well, you're getting ready for McRib season with all those bills.
Yeah, McRib season is rapidly approaching.
Mm.
See Joe D's at the Arizona Cardinals LA Rams game. That fat piece of shit. All he had to purchase 2 seats just for himself. Yeah.
God.
Well, nice of him to mention me. So that lets you know that he's subscribed and that he sees my YouTube stories.
And actually, Joe, when I watched this video and saw him say that, I was like, how do you know Joe was at the Cardinals game? I was like, he didn't say it on the show he was going.
Right.
I was actually wondering. He knew it before I did.
Yeah. I remember. Well, I think did I mention it in last week's show or no? I didn't. Maybe, but I did post.
Did a couple shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts. There you go. I did post a couple of shorts, and
you're pretty close to the field, dude. That's really close.
Yeah, third row.
Yeah, ain't nothing. Ain't nothing.
Yeah, it's there. I just to go into a little bit because I do absolutely love my seats. I sit close enough now where we're all familiar with the sound, what it sounds like when you're either playing catch with somebody and that pop that comes from, pitcher and catcher sort of, throwing the ball. It's that same sort of pop. I'm close enough where I can hear when a receiver catches the ball from the quarterback, that pop when it hits their gloves. I can hear that.
It looks like you're close enough. If you yell like someone's name, they'll like turn their head.
Oh yeah, no, without
Definitely,
a doubt.
Yeah, that's cool.
Without a doubt, when they're on that side of the field, of course, right? When they're on the other side of the field, it don't work so good. But you absolutely, as a fan, sitting in end zone seats like what I have, like you see end zone seats on TV. You absolutely.
Here's what I found.
That was my watch. What?
Listening on.
What the hell? That's crazy. So you absolutely, if you say the right thing, can have an impact on that game. It's a trip because they're here. They go to a lot of stadiums. They hear a lot of stuff. If you yell the right thing at the right time, you have an impact on that game. I'm telling you, it gets in their head. They may get through the play, but after the play, they'll acknowledge you. They'll point at you. They'll do something. You know what I'm saying? And while they're warming up, you have that back and forth with them. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Now, I don't do it, but I do sit in the end zone. It's kind of rowdy. The other Cardinal fans that are there are just blasting them with stuff. And they'll have that interaction going with them the whole game. It's so much fun to watch.
And that's like the most action too. You get that red zone, so you get to see when they're crossing that 50, making those plays down to the end zone, and then you get to see those field goals coming in. That must be pretty cool.
The difference between sitting at the 50 or at the 40, which are tickets that a lot of people like to have, the difference is you always have that buffer and the sideline players, the players that are on the bench or on the sidelines, you can always interact with. You definitely can. You can even have conversations during the game with these players. That's fun. That's all well and good. When you sit on the end zone, you literally are impacting players as they're playing. I mean, you get that close to them. They're trying to make that play. They're trying to concentrate on catching that ball and having that highlight that you watch for years and years and years, and you can yell something. You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of like The Exorcist or something. Your mama sucks cocks in hell. You know what I'm saying? And
something that'll fuck with her breath.
It is
That's hilarious.
It is so cool. It really is. But you get to see that good stuff too, man.
Oh,
where
Jesus.
the kids come to the stadium and they have something they want signed, and the players just melt with the kids, and they'll sign something special for them, and they'll interact during the game with that particular kid. You get to see stuff like that too. It's kind of cool. Anyway, we'll get to the next clip. What do we got here?
What do we have here? Oh, okay. Once again, this is the chairman. Go to 510.
Whoa, what happened to my thing here?
And just ask Bum. Because we had a good chit chat for I don't know, it's probably a half hour, 40 minutes. Normal talk.
Is okay, Mark? Is this guy? Is he? Does he have any knowledge of what normal talk is like? Does he?
Well, it's all relative. He thinks it was normal.
Yeah, if it's
all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. What's normal to him?
Bum. I would defer to Bum. It sounds like he was normal talk.
It was normal talk.
Okay.
Don't give me this shit. He doesn't know how to act. Look at him. He's embarrassing himself.
No. Wait. Whoa. Bum. Wait. Yeah. Mark, we've heard Bum talk before. You've met Bum.
No, he's not imitating me there. He's talking about other, even though that sounds like his imitation of me, that's also currently his imitation of other people criticizing him being in public.
Just other people. Yeah, because I'm going to say, Bum doesn't necessarily, we've talked, and you've heard Bum talk here on camera. He doesn't go, yeah, I don't know.
No, he's not doing that.
Like he's from some 1930s movie or something. I don't know. Matter of fact, look at where we freezed him at right here. I mean, he kind of looks like is he having a stroke?
Looks like a little Nicky. Turns. You've ever watched that movie with Adam Sandler? Turn into the devil.
Yeah, he's gonna morph into something right here, isn't he? He's like, I don't know.
Look at him. He's embarrassing himself. No. Look at him. He's embarrassing himself. Normal talk.
That's normal talk, dog.
Shit, he doesn't know how to act. Look at him. He's embarrassing himself.
Yeah.
No. I choose to not give a fuck. New York City's fucking my city, dog.
Whoa!
I go there and see it.
Well, he'll be in Buffalo next week again for the second meetup with Havana, so we'll see what happens there. So go to 1125.
1125.
Better get some buffalo wings. You're going to Buffalo.
Give a fuck who you are, how much money you got. I got hate for not doing meetups, and then when I actually do meetups, I still get fucking hate. So it is what it is. Whatever.
I got to give him that. The dude has been meeting up with a lot of, or trying to meet up with a lot.
Yeah. And he's right. You're going to get hate either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, we didn't even know what the dude looked like, and then he showed his face, and then
Well,
he came out.
he had
and then-
shown it previously
Yeah,
in his earliest videos, and those videos have always been up. So
yeah, it's true.
it's just because he's going out in public now, you can't wear the ski mask at least.
If I might add, Tom, to what you're saying, I think what you're saying was even when he took the mask off, it wasn't real noteworthy. It wasn't like anything special. So even once we saw what he looked like, it was still like whatever.
Then he always spoke about meeting with people, and never happened. And then now he's just seems like he's meeting everybody.
I have to back up again. I hate being in this position to defend this thing. I don't know. Should we call him even a human? I don't know. I hate to be in a position to even defend this person, but he has met up with people since the earliest existence of some of his videos, I suppose.
Yeah, there was a few early videos. One guy, I don't know if he's still on YouTube, the Swill Bandit. He did,
and he famously met up with someone I would have loved to.
Oh, the Insane Hawaiian.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to give him some credit.
Yeah, but he did have a long stretch where, he kind of seemed holed up in the house, and
Yeah.
Well, no, he did outdoor videos, but I should say he did videos solo with nobody else in them.
Now, Tom, what would you say about look at the way? Now, there's a little pudginess happening here. Last year's diligence to the upcoming Mac rib season. There was a lot more focus there. Now, coming into 2022 Mac rib season, not as much focus. Look at the way he's woofing in. I don't know.
I think, Joe, he's trying to expand his stomach. I think he's trying to get as many McRibs in the stomach at one time.
Got the full staff.
Okay, so that's what's happening here. It's actually still part of the training regimen, is what you're saying. Okay.
I think he's training still.
Okay. Would you buy into that, Mark, as someone that does train quite a bit? That this could possibly be training for upcoming Mac rib season?
Yeah. I mean, competitive eaters do train. He's and he's going, it's kind of like the marathon of competitive eating. He's got to eat a Mac rib, like 150? How many did he do last year, Bum? 122 or something like that?
Oh, no. He didn't even make 100 last year.
Okay.
No, he was in the 80s last year from now.
Yeah, because Mac rib season got aborted early.
Yeah, it ended early.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's looking to make up for lost opportunity from last year. Maybe I'd like to see a 200 Mac rib season. That's what I'd like to see.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay, 150. 150.
Yeah.
150. Holy shit. If he breaks 100, I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
Go big or go home, Chairman. 150. Already is already home, so it doesn't matter.
Sphere, shout out to WB, shout out to Big Rome, shout out to Joe Skull, shout out to James Montana 29. Shout out to Bum.
Whoa!
I'll be here, dog. Cat.
Those are all the people. Cat is WB. Those are all the people he's met up with recently. And yes, I got a shout out there.
Wow.
That was about a day before my cuss out for not knowing the Sinatra song that he got wrong.
Okay.
I have to give a little props here. Okay, because
Ting got it, right? The 200 Mac rib challenge.
Holy crap.
I'll be here, dog.
Okay, now, I don't know about you, but whenever you try to get a little handful of popcorn, like, I always drop a kernel or two of popcorn. He hasn't managed to drop any popcorn. I didn't notice any kernels of popcorn dropping as it was going into his mouth there. He's a pretty good swallower.
He's got He's got a lot of grip practice.
Pretty good gripper. Yeah.
The grip and and being able to get it in his mouth and keep it in his mouth is really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's really got that skill down. What do you think there, Bum?
He's a professional.
Yeah, and and you know what? He might be in training just by eating Pop Secret, and not by eating chips and stuff.
That's the healthiest thing I've ever seen him eat, though, right?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, other than a McRib.
Yeah.
Now, what is the preferred microwave? Because that is obviously microwave popcorn. What is the preferred brand of microwave popcorn? Is it Pop Secret? Is Pop Secret the best of the microwave popcorn?
Oh no, hell no. Pop Secret isn't Pop Secret like no, Pop Secret is what's the other one? It's like a old guy's face on it.
Oh, Orville
Redenbacher.
Orville Redenbacher.
Tom, we're so old, all of us besides you remember that guy when he was still alive.
Wow.
Remember him? Was it his grandson or somebody he used to get on there with?
And back before there were microwaves, he did Orville Redenbacher on the stove.
And right
in the pan.
Like Jiffy Pop,
My grandma used to do that all the time.
You talk so much.
Oh, I got a leg cramp.
Oh,
leg cramp.
Whoa, we got issues going on here.
Yeah, Joe's got to go, and Tom's got to. You know what? The perfect thing for that is, Tom, is a one chip. You need a Pocky chip.
Yeah, they'll definitely.
That's funny. Both of those things hit at the same time here.
I need some water. That's what I need.
Oh,
God damn.
Yeah, Tom, I'm sure if you on YouTube, I'm sure there's a ton of Orville Redenbacher commercials from the 80s when he was obviously living the period on camera.
Hey, Carter's 98. What's the oldest president to be?
Him.
He's the longest lived ex-president.
He's the oldest living ex-president. Yeah.
Wow.
I bet he makes it to 100. And
here's the crazy thing. He remember like 5-6 years ago, he said he had cancer.
He had brain cancer.
And it's like, okay, it's just a matter of months till he's gone. And it's 5 years later and he's still alive.
Yeah.
Wow. Is he still coherent? Is he still?
Mm-hmm.
The last I saw, he was Tom. He was still physically working on building houses for the poor, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he was still doing his
I seen that. I did see that.
No, he was still doing that. Yeah, up until a couple years ago.
Yeah. No, I know he's had several falls recently. He's been hospitalized a bunch of times. He even had COVID, I believe.
He had COVID. He had brain cancer.
Wow, what a strong guy.
What
a strong guy.
Carter. So they said on the local news, because he, his museum is in Atlanta and he's from Plains, Georgia. So he had they had a birthday parade for him in Plains, Georgia today. And they had a picture of him just smiling and eating some cake, and he was in his wheelchair. They were pushing him down the street.
Oh, he was in a wheelchair? Okay.
Yeah. He is more famously known as a volunteer.
Yeah, he's more famous as an ex-president than he is as a president almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucked as a president, but as an ex-president has been very excellent. He's built, I don't even know how many homes that he's
That's weird.
Habitat for Humanity was what he did. Yeah.
Is his wife still alive?
Yep.
No,
she is. No, Rosalind is still alive. She's like 96.
Yeah, they're married like 75 years or something.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? They must be doing something right because
peanuts and clean living, boy.
Right. It's all about the peanuts, baby. Hey, there's something in that peanut oil. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
Wow.
Definitely got born in the right end of the gene pool. That's for sure.
Now they're in Georgia. Are they?
They're in Plains, Georgia. Yeah, his hometown. Yep.
So what's the next link, Bum? What do we have here?
Okay, you know what? I just realized. I think Jimmy Carter stayed alive as long as he has, thanks to malt liquor.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's your secret. Well, I do have a shot of malt liquor every day.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
So this is 40-ounce Causer. Not everybody is approving of the meetups. Causer's one of them. And as you can see, the title of this video is "Meet Up with Steel Worldwide and Get Herpes." So,
Pop it up, guy.
So obviously, this is Havana. Keep your eye on Causer's finger in this video.
Whoa!
You just play it.
Whoa! That's a teaser.
Yeah, he's using it as a pointer.
So play. Whoa! Whoa! That's a teaser. So play it from the beginning, I assume.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Pointing at his lip.
What's he doing?
He's pointing at an alleged shanker on Havana's lip there.
Herpes.
How old is Havana?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Right. Exactly.
If you ask Havana, he's going to be 22 in a few days, and
He looks like shit for his age. Sorry,
Yeah.
he looks horrible.
If you ask Causer's one of the ones that's always disputed Havana's age.
He does not look good for his age. I'm sorry.
Well, that's
I have
what
no
happens
idea.
when you're part of the A team.
Yeah.
We have covered.
Sacrifices must be made.
There's this show, Tom, called Share Beer, and they have covered on that show plenty of times on what malt liquor does to your body and your brain. Exactly. It's very similar to CTE, no, Mark?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. You could play in the NFL or you could drink malt liquor. The result is the same.
The result is the same. The money is very different.
Yeah, that's true. You'll end up with a lot more money in your bank account. If you drink, if you play football. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, if all it takes is drinking malt liquor, my God, there'd be so many of us. Hell, I'd convert over.
Jesus.
Oh, God. I won't even post that comment. From Bandwidth? Yeah.
Marshall Applewhite.
Oh yeah, one Jay Vega here, and nice to have Jay Vega back in the chat too. And this is Jay Vega. This is Jay Vega.
Share the screen, Joe.
About this cult
sorry.
Steel Worldwide. And you can play it from the intro.
Okay.
Frankenstein.
Jim Jones. Rock Thibodeau. David Koresh.
Wow. What? Wow, he is going down all these people. Okay. All right. Well, now we know.
David Koresh.
Okay.
Marshall Applewhite.
So he went to the library is what he did and compiled.
I don't think so. I think Vega is just rattling these off from his brain. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Who was that dirty brown motherfucker up there in Oregon that poisoned the salad bar? Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh.
Yep.
The one thing that all of these cult leaders have in common is that as far as being a cult leader, ain't none of them got shit on Steel Worldwide. Let me preach on it.
Oh.
King Kong.
Craft beer, by the way.
Okay. So from there, he names Fear and several other people that the chairman has met recently, mentions the comic book people, including Game Lucian here. So go to 750.
Did he mention you, by the way?
Go to 750.
Give me something like even bum.
No charge.
And there's even a guy.
Oh boy.
There you go. Mike.
On the Share a Ho show. Why at one time I thought had at least a modicum of intelligence. Thought for himself. Listens to prog rock and whatnot.
Oh,
Prog rock and whatnot.
And whatnot. It's the whatnot bum that really, prog rock and the whatnot. That's the part that really, wow.
It's my favorite band, prog rock and the whatnots.
It sounds like a doo-wop band.
Yeah.
No charge.
Even enjoys the classic American 70s television show Emergency. But no. Even fucking bum.
Oh.
Fell under whatever spell it is. That I won't say midget. I won't say hobbit. Smurf. That's
Smurf.
a good word. He fell under that spell of the Smurf.
Now, I have a defense for this on Bum's behalf without Bum having to say anything. I have to admit, I have something to say.
King Kong!
Okay, now, in Bum's defense, okay, now what I have to say is that Bum isn't necessarily there because he wants to be. Bum is a true journalist at heart,
Right.
and he has to be there because he has to be there journalistically for the integrity of journalism itself.
Just like the war reporters who nobody wants to be in the middle of a war, but they go there because that's their job.
I mean,
I went there as a journalist.
He went there as a journalist. As a matter of fact, he almost puked it up because he couldn't personally stand being there.
Not almost, Joe.
Well, I was trying to save some dignity, but now, that was just proof that he did not personally want to be there. It was because of journalism. That was his assignment assigned to him from, the management here at Share Show.
He just felt a professional obligation.
Yeah. Yeah. As I feel it's my personal obligation to meet up with him down the line and do a redemption video where I drink a full.
That's right. It's all in the name of journalism. It's not for personal want to. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if it was during McRib season and you guys had a McRib during the video
And malt liquor.
with malt liquor, or is that not? That would be.
Can you count how many Mac ribs you've had in your life?
You'd actually be able to eat. You know what I mean? And it kind of.
That's interesting, Tom. Good idea.
That'd be cool.
Think about that one.
Mac rib meetup.
As far as how many I've had, like 3, and they've all been on the show.
Has there ever been a Mac rib meetup?
No, there hasn't. No, you know what? I did. Remember, I think I did the Mac rib private video with you guys a few years ago when they were still doing limited locations, and I went and got a couple. That's where I told you I didn't. No, you know what? I didn't even make a video because I was scared to do anything other than eat it. I knew if I held my phone, I would spill it all over myself because it was extra saucy. Other than that, and the ones that we've had on the show over the years, those are the only Mac ribs I've ever had, Joe.
So this might be when the Mac Rib will return in 2022. So what is the season?
Yeah, what are they?
It's like
When are they
November.
saying it's gonna?
And this is from mashed.com, which is a pretty reliable source. They keep up with this sort of stuff.
I think early November, isn't that when it appeared last year?
It seems like now, actually, like anytime in October to November. It seems like the season would end. It would start in October and end in December. I think it would. It was a 6-week season, and it would start in October and end in November. Is when I'm sorry, I keep saying November, December. But
So is it 2 months? Is 2 months, or is it 2-month thing, or is it a 1 month?
See, in 2021, the Mac Rib had a November 1 launch date to celebrate a very important milestone, the 40th birthday of the Mac Rib. In 2018 and 2019, the Mac Rib returned in October. See? Due to pandemic-related delays, the Mac Rib did not make an appearance till in 2020 until December. It's no coincidence that the Mac Rib is a constant disappearing act. The sandwich appears in the fourth quarter of the year as a way to increase sales before the year's end. So I
bet we get it right after Halloween. I bet it shows up November 1st again and goes through like the week before Christmas or something.
So if you're saying he eats 200, if he eats 5 a day, that's 100. If it's a month, that's 150.
Yeah, he could do it. He's a champ. You just have to get up, have one for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a couple snacks. You're good.
But I like that idea of a possible malt liquor Mac Rib collaboration.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Malt liquor Mac Rib meetup.
Yeah,
MLMR meetup.
All right, we'll put that on the back burner. So,
2022 Central America Mac Rib return.
If you want to go to Costa Rica, you can get a Mac Rib early.
The Mac Rib is not only back in Guatemala, however, also in other Central America countries as well. Nicaragua, El Salvador, Honduras. Do they give you a cigar with this Mac Rib?
Yeah, maybe you get to eat it next to a parrot or something. They have down there.
I had no idea it was available outside of America.
Oh yeah. Although I don't down there, is it Mac Rib or McMonkey? I don't know.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, it's McDog.
McDog.
Okay.
DAWG.
Yeah.
McDog.
Okay, so as part of the hashtag Mac Dia Feliz 2022 festivities at the McDonald's Guatemala location, it is announced the Mac Rib would return starting September 23rd, 2022.
Oh, so it's already happening.
It's already happening over there.
They're already getting Mac Ribs.
They're already getting Mac Ribs in Central America.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh.
So
we need to get to Guatemala right now.
Who has had a Mac Rib out? You know what? Wait a minute. This completely blows up the whole theory that it's an American Mac Rib. It is, well, I guess it's technically still American because it is Central American.
Yeah. It's made in America.
But it is not the quote American in the way that
it's popular.
50 states. This would have to include America as the continent, not America as.
Yeah, see, that covers from the Arctic Circle all the way down to the Straits of Magellan. I mean, you got the whole America, South America, Central America, North America. We're good.
Right. It's like
from polar bears to penguins, they can eat McRibs.
We are completely blowing up what the chairman thinks of as American sandwich.
Now, wait a minute. Look at this. Is this true? year-round in Germany.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly.
I don't know. You know who was on the show a couple weeks ago? Remember Joe Hell? Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
He popped in. He says, "Hi, this is Joe from Germany. I used to watch Joe D and Mark back in the day." We forgot to ask him if he could get a Mac rib.
The number one question we should ask.
Yeah.
Wow. Mac rib. Let's see. Germany.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's 1 month. I think it's 1 month. Yeah.
Is the Mac rib available in Germany? It was first introduced in 1981.
Year round.
There you go.
It was also offered year round in Germany and Luxembourg.
Wow.
I had no. This is actually blowing my mind. I had no idea the Mac. I thought the Mac rib. I am along with the chairman. I thought the Mac rib was only an American thing. 50 states.
It's made by American patriots and German patriots.
And Guatemalan patriots.
And Guatemalan patriots and probably every other patriot.
In Honduras, patriots. Wow. I'm kind of blown away right now. I had no idea that it was available in so many countries.
I wonder if it tastes the same, though. I wonder if it's like, because it's different.
Probably.
Because like the different.
Oh, okay. Here you go. The McRib and versions like as the chicken McRib have been available in menus across the world, but Germany appears to be the only country that offers the McRib on a year-round basis on its regular menu.
Huh.
It's so if you want,
well, that makes sense actually because Germans like pork, sausage. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be.
They must be selling a shit ton of them, so they're like, we're keeping it.
This is interesting. Okay, what about this phrase? The Mac rib. Can you get a Mac rib in the UK? The Mac rib is a pretty elusive McDonald's burger. Would we call it a burger? This is
a sandwich, but yeah.
Is it a burger or a sandwich?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it more of a sandwich. It's not really
what the definition of a burger is, but yeah.
And is a burger a sandwich?
No, because if you have a roast beef sandwich, would you call roast beef sandwich a burger?
No, maybe a burger refers to something that's kind of compressed and ground that's pressed together, like a burger is ground beef compressed into a patty. So
I don't know. I've seen like chicken sandwiches recently called burgers, like Wendy's stuff. You get a burger, they'll say, "Do you want chicken or beef?"
The only country year round. Wow.
But what about a steak sandwich?
I'm telling you, Mark, this is blowing my mind.
Boss, how come you didn't get a Mac rib when you were in Germany? You didn't know. Yeah, it's just ignorance.
I'm blown away right now.
She's not responding to me.
I am blown away. And I had no idea that in some countries the Mac rib is pork or chicken.
Yeah.
Right? Like
here we go. Once again, YouTube bandwidth, rib, wife. A little art of manliness article humor, folks. Mac rib, Mac wife.
Yeah. This is wild what we're finding out right now. This is
you were married to an Irish girl in the 1800s. That's your Mac rib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what do we do here, bum? I don't even know what we're doing. What does it all mean?
I still think the chairman needs to do a 200 Mac rib season. I think he still needs 200.
You know what's happening to me now? After all these revelations, I feel like Tua, bro. Like I'm like, what does it mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just so It's also
Don't even
overwhelming.
say that.
It's giving me
That's
brain
funny.
damage. I don't know what to
That's
do.
horrible.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon to do that? Is it?
That's too soon.
Yeah. I heard they cleared him to play next week. Are we okay?
Yeah.
If he plays next week, the poor guy.
He just got the wind knocked out of him. Put him back in
Yeah.
there.
It's
Yeah,
a flesh
right.
wound.
It was an ankle sprain, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
High ankle sprain.
So what else do we have, Plum?
Okay, we will finish Vega's video here. Then we will have a final word from Joe Skull. So in this Vega video, he's naming everybody part of the Cult of Steel Worldwide. Just cussed me out, so go to 9:45.
Oh, you drank one of those. Oh,
Of
I
course,
thought it was
it
one of
was
those Pepsi.
WB. But you don't really need an explanation for that slag. I mean, that fucking tramp will take attention anywhere she can get it. King Kong!
That was WB.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know what's funny about that whole clip is that he just threw that in his own dilapidated Nissan.
Well, I think that's the non-dilapidated vehicle.
I think
And that's the
soon to
non
be dilapidated Chevy, isn't it? A Chevy, isn't that?
Yeah. I
That's
think
actually the
dilapidated
Sunday car.
Nissan might be gone.
So I think we're seeing dilapidation in action right there.
It's
He's
slow
actively dilapidating his Chevy
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, we are witnessing dilapidation
in progress.
in progress.
You know, it's like when the TV would go out, dilapidation in progress. Please
Yeah.
hold on.
So
That is how it happens right there. Exactly. That is exactly.
Starts
how
with a malt liquor can,
Yep,
and then that's all down.
okay, so we have a final word here from Joe Skull. One final word.
Okay.
Go to 5:35.
Oh wow, we haven't seen Joe Skull in a while. 5:35. Actually, since his last meetup, right?
Right.
Wow! Wow, that's skills, kids. Actually, how much skill does it take when you're north of 50? I mean, that stuff happens on such a regular, you can kind of do these kind of videos, right?
Shout out to me.
So one
Shout
two
out to
punch.
me.
Yeah, shout out to him for not sharding himself actually in the process of doing
Yeah.
that. Or he might have sharded himself. We have no idea and don't really care. Actually, that's a better medallion hanging there than the little thing that Vega got out of the claw machine. You know, this skull is much better than the little gun thing that Vega got for $4 out of the machine there.
Mhm.
Better music too, right? I can kind of go with that music. That the music goes with his whole theme of skateboarding and everything.
Yeah. Like walking into a skate shop.
Folks, we're blazing through. Are we blazing through? Not really. I guess we're drinking it at a moderate pace. I'm not at the swill yet, but.
And that was it from Joe Skull. That was our final word, that fart.
Oh, okay.
Which was, again, is that a skill when you're north of 50, Mark?
No, that's just part of the package.
That's
It's like a new option. It's like you get a firmware update.
Yeah.
You get a firmware update.
Except what happens is it's not a firmware update anymore.
It's a software. Yeah. It's a software.
You
That's
don't need your computer awake on that one. You just get to update regardless.
at Tom's age, it's a firmware update. At our age, it's a software.
Software update. Or
That's
downgrade, depending.
Yeah, and that's why it's a fart.
You're overheating. You need to release gas.
Yeah, that's a true.
Yeah, you laugh now, Tom. Just wait 20 years.
Oh, believe
That's all I gotta say.
I see it coming.
What's even better is when you totally fart by accident in public. You're like, oh, literally, I had no idea that was going to happen.
It was not me. I had nothing to do with that.
You pick up something that's too heavy.
Yeah, pick up something. Are you kidding me? You picked your ass up. Is all that happened.
I'm at the point if I pick up something a little heavy, maybe it'll happen. That's the point I'm at.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, it's freaking great. Okay, what are we doing here, Bub?
That is it. That was the
That's
final
it.
word from Joe.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
For leaving us out.
Finish off the stool. The only 40 ounce of malt liquor I will ever.
Oh wait, got to point at the bottle before finishing up on. All right, there you go. All right.
It's above the credit. He always points at the bottom, by the way.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, Billy D always does.
Yeah. It works every time.
It works.
Actually, for more than 1 year expired, this was not that bad. So this, oh, by the way, this is malt liquor, unique malt liquor, or otherwise blueprint approved beverage number 86.
Wow.
We're barely going to make 90.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So you might need an emergency replenishment. Okay.
I'll keep my eyes peeled. Any local
Yeah, me too.
or
Yeah,
And
I
don't
welcome
do-
any craft malt liquors. I'm still looking for. I actually have a want list. 12-ounce Mickey's cans. There's 16-ounce Mickey's cans out there somewhere.
Okay.
Apparently, 18-ounce Old English bottles, 18-ounce Cold 45 bottles, 32-ounce Old English, 32-ounce Mickey's.
Okay. You need to send me that list on Marco Bum.
Yeah, you should let us know because
we're gonna be we'll be venturing around the roads of America here pretty soon. We'll be able to find some stuff, I think.
I
will let you guys know my want list.
All right.
I am blown away by this McRib list. I have to say, I am also a McRib fan, as you guys know, and I can't tell you. I'm honestly blown away. I thought it was only in America that you could get this McRib.
Hey, Joe, I'll blow your mind again. Okay.
Oh my God!
They're coming out with an adult Happy Meal.
An adult Happy Meal?
An adult Happy Meal. Supposedly, they're making like the old toys from the 90s. I guess like Kanye West or something like that is doing like a collaboration, and they're making old toys.
You're losing me, man.
Cayenne
West. What?
Okay, they do. All right.
Getting static here. What's going on?
Toys.
So what kind of toys? What would there be from the 90s?
It's
Did
like
you say
the old.
Andrew? What'd you say? No.
No, they need if they want to do an adult Happy Meal, and they need toys from the 70s. I need like the Evil Knievel's motorcycle. Remember that thing? That thing was awesome. Or the G.I. Joe jet.
Yeah, I think they need to put in an electro-shot shooting gallery.
Yep.
Well, they're doing the toys.
Armstrong.
They're doing the toys from the 90s, like the what were those? The orange, the big purple guy. Forget his name. They're doing like the branded toys for McDonald's. Like I forget what they call them.
Yeah, but they're assuming that adults are only people like in their 30s.
Yeah,
what
that's
about
what
us really old people? What do we get?
Yeah.
What do we get? I want. What do I want? Weebles. You remember Weebles?
I don't remember Weebles, but I know they wobble, but they don't fall
down. Yeah. Lincoln Logs. That's what they need to come out with.
Lincoln Logs. Oh,
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs. The only Lincoln Log I know is
the ones that end up in your toilet.
the ones that end up yeah.
I had a whole building set. I can make a big cabin and tower.
Lincoln Logs were the greatest.
They were. Yeah. That's what they need. If they come out with a Lincoln Logs Happy Meal, I'm in.
Tom, Google them. Google Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up after the show.
You don't know what you missed out on with Lincoln.
It's like wooden Legos, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, we can do that right now.
Hey, this is Sherwood. We can do anything.
Wait a minute. Okay, you want to blow my mind a little bit here. Lincoln Log sandwiches. Wait a minute. What are Lincoln Log sandwiches made of?
Oh, this is Soprano stuff. Yeah.
Soprano?
That's TV stuff. I want the real Lincoln Logs made out of wood.
I liked Sopranos. I had no idea this was a Sopranos thing. Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's like jelly beans.
A delicious mashup, pairs of comfort food appeal of a grilled pimento cheese sandwich with classic BLT. The combination of gooey pimento cheese on buttery crisp bread, salty crisp bacon, juicy fresh cut tomatoes, and fresh lettuce.
That sounds good. That sounds like a nice Sunday lunch.
Here it is, according to Food Channel.
Yep.
Well, if it's on Food Channel, you know it has to be real. Otherwise, here is the real Lincoln Logs there.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Yep.
They always came in a bucket. Here they are. They're on Amazon.
Wow. $188.
Who knew? You can buy them open box for $111.37. Right.
Damn, that's holy crap.
What are they made of? Were they just balsa wood?
I don't know. I think they were.
They still have different kits, man. You can buy 327-piece real wood logs, or you can buy this 137-piece kit, or 101-piece with a real train.
Yeah, I mean they were individual logs made out of probably pine or something like that, but they were stained and pretty cool.
Yeah, and they had notches cut out of them so they could interlock with each other like Legos.
Yeah.
There
they
are.
were different lengths.
Cool.
I think there were like 3 or 4 different lengths.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, they were the greatest. And then there was pieces that could connect to them to like make roofs and
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Erector sets. How about that?
Looks like quality. Not nowadays. Looks like a quality piece of plank material.
Yeah, I had an erector set, Mark. I had an modern erector set. Plus, I got some of my older brother's older erector set parts from like the 60s.
Yeah.
50s.
You know, what's amazing is they used to sell those things. Remember they had the little teeny tiny bolts and all that stuff?
Look at that. 1916.
Wow.
Yep. For Lincoln Logs. Yep.
They are named for the 16th president of the United States, who once lived on a log cabin.
Once lived in a log cabin.
Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a classic.
The Toy Hall of Fame, that's something we need to look up because there is stuff that goes into the Toy Hall of Fame. There it is. Toy Hall of Fame 2022. What do you guess might be going into the Toy Hall of Fame this year?
Oh, you might have Slinkies in there. You might have.
What are the finalists? Bingo. Light Bright. I'd vote for Light Bright.
Here is recent inductees.
Oh, American Girl. No, take that out. That's all BS.
Inducted in 2021. Risk was inducted last year. Sand was inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame last year.
They're really pushing on that.
Yep. Wizards. You're right, Dom.
Let's put sand in it.
The Rubber Duck. Yes. The Teddy Bear was inducted in 1998.
So
Domino.
is chess a toy? Should that count as a toy? That's a game.
It's a game.
Yeah.
That is the big controversy with the Toy Hall of Fame, is what exactly is inducted into the Toy Hall.
Yeah, those are two different things.
Same thing as Scrabble.
Dominoes. Are the dominoes a toy or are they not a game?
There's a fine line.
That's a game. Not
a dollhouse is a legitimate. That's a legitimate toy. Life is a game.
That's a game.
Playing cards.
It's a game.
Is a big wheel a toy?
Hell yeah.
It ain't a game. Ain't a game, folks.
It ain't a game, folks. Right? Exactly. An Atari 2600 is definitely a game. A blanket?
Good God.
A ball? Wait a minute. It took till 2009 to induct a ball into the Hall of Fame.
That's like the original toy of all time.
I mean, wouldn't it be the ball should be the first thing into the Hall of Fame? Oh my God! A Nintendo Game Boy. A Nintendo Game Boy got inducted into the Hall of Fame the same year ball got inducted. What's wrong with that picture, kids? A Nintendo, I had a Nintendo Game Boy when they first launched. They were phenomenal. I was the most popular kid, let me tell you, because I had a Game Boy.
Hell yeah. They were pretty awesome.
Hot Wheels 2011. Star Wars, specifically action figures, 2012. And you can nominate your favorite toy right here. Now, all you malt liquor people, vibrators are not a legitimate kid's toy.
How about a McRib? McRib. No, it's true.
Yeah, McRib is not a legitimate kid's toy. Yeah, they have to be kids' toys. It's in Rochester, New York, by the way, for all those that are wondering where the Toy Hall of Fame is. Rochester, New York.
Surprised me I had seen Slinky. Slinky is one of like the coolest toys as a kid. Maybe I'm just weird.
Isn't this something? You start looking at like Toy Hall of Fames. You have a National Toy Hall of Fame, World Video Game Hall of Fame, Skyline Climb. What is that? Butterfly Garden. What's going on there at the Toy Hall of Fame? Is there a porn Hall of Fame? Do you not have these questions in your mind? I do. I'm wondering, is there not like a porn Hall of Fame? What do you think?
I can't believe I've never asked myself that question before.
If you have, would you like to Google porn Hall of Fame?
Well, I'll let you Google it and put it on camera, Joe,
and see what happens.
I'm guessing like the original Baseball Hall of Fame, where you had Gehrig, Ruth, Honus Wagner, all those guys. What would we have? Who would we have? Nina Hartley. I won't name them.
Linda Lovelace.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, we have someone who claimed to not necessarily even know there was a Hall of Fame for porn. Start listing off a list, right?
Well, that's good. Not knowing that there's a Hall of Fame is different than not knowing about porn stars.
Okay, so AVN, which would be the adult video news, which of course our journalists would know about, has a Hall of Fame. The AVN Hall of Fame has honored people for their work in the adult entertainment industry since 1995.
Mm.
So shall we take a list?
Oh yeah, let's do.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, so let's see. Here are some current members.
Buck
Names
Adams.
and years of inducted members. Buck Adams.
So is it like Major League Baseball where you have to be retired for 5 years before you can be considered?
Tracy Adams, 1995. What is this? Asia Acura?
Acura, yeah.
I'm just saying 2019. Monique Alexander. We could just go down the list. Alexis Moore, Juliet Anderson. When I ring a bell with somebody, you just name it. Gabriel Annex,
Lisa, I know Lisa Ann. That one's a good one. She's a
Lisa Ann, 2009 is definitely a Hall of Famer. We all know Lisa Ann.
Parodied Governor Sarah Palin in 6 adult films.
Lisa Ann is famously known for doing Sarah Palin, right?
Oh man,
nailing Sarah Palin.
Wait, Joe, you're saying she's known for doing Sarah Palin and nailing Sarah Palin, or do you mean imitating Sarah Palin?
Doing.
Okay, that's a little different.
That sounds a lot better. Please go by what I say. It's more interesting. Trust me. Far more interesting than what really happened. Any other names here that ring a bell with anybody? I'll just scroll through the list. We can stop where Nikki Benz here, 2016.
Tori Black sounds familiar. I think I've heard of her.
Tori Black. Andrew Blake. Didn't he produce a lot of films, if you will?
John T. Bone. You got it like that one.
John T. Bone, 2001. John T. Bone.
He's best known for directing 2 large gang bang movies.
Biggest gang bang in 1995.
Oh, there you go.
Seymour Butts. 2005 inductee into the Hall of Fame. Now, do you get like annual checks for being in the AVN Hall of Fame?
Oh, they must get royalties from the videos.
We're coming up on somebody I remember well, Christy Canyon.
Yep.
Oh, Canyon.
Marilyn Chambers is a well-known
was a well-known.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of these people aren't even alive anymore.
Marilyn Chambers appeared on the Ivory Snow box in the 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
The detergent box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dave Cummings.
Dave Cummings. Yeah.
There you go.
The oldest living male porn star.
He looks like
the British malt liquor.
Oh, yeah, like Huffy.
Dale DeBone.
There's Dale DeBone right there. Kiki.
Stormy Daniels sounds familiar.
Stormy Daniels.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows her because of Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Vanessa Del Rio, for Christ's sake.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Retired. There's not many of them to say retired.
Yeah. Oh my God. Vanessa Del Rio. Never heard of her.
Yeah.
John Doe. There you go. John
Doe. There you go. 1998 Hall of Famer. Yeah. Don Fernando.
There's as many of them in that Hall of Fame as there is Major League Baseball players.
Yeah. And there's Max Hardcore. Imagine your name, your stage name being
Oh
Max
yeah, I know Max
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Yeah,
Veronica Hart is another one
I
that's
remember her.
popular as well.
Nina Hartley.
John Holmes.
John Holmes, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
573 films. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
There's a
Nina
reason for
Hartley
that.
being on that list eliminates the 5-year retirement thing. She's still active. So I've heard.
How do you not incriminate yourself by viewing this?
Oh, it's for journalistic research.
Oh, yeah, Jenna Jameson.
Ron Jeremy is on the list, of course.
The Hedgehog, yeah.
Controversial. Boy, Jill Kelly. Jill Kelly is definitely a Hall of Famer. We've got who else here?
Who the hell's Chi-Chi LaRue? Chi-Chi LaRue.
Yeah, Chi-Chi LaRue. Wow.
Oh, what the hell?
He. Oh, I don't know what kind of
drag diva persona.
What kind of films you're into there, Tom?
I've never heard of Chi-Chi LaRue.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
I just thought it was an interesting name.
Bud Lee,
John Leslie. There's a guy that's been around a while.
I bet.
Fred Lincoln, the guy they named Lincoln Logs after.
This is
Nick Manning and Mr. Marcus.
Callie Madison. I'm surprised they don't have a link to Callie Madison.
Ginger Lynn and Amber Lynn, I remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Callie Madison been around a long time. Shawn Michaels, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that was before his wrestling career.
Right. Rodney Moore produced a lot of videos. Who else do we
Peter
have?
North, the greatest porn name ever.
Yeah, Peter North. Look at that. He has 2,588 credits as an actor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you say he came ready to work.
Yeah.
A Canadian. Wow. I wonder, is there an American porn Hall of Fame and a Canadian porn Hall of Fame?
Oh, there must be.
There you go. One of the big names. Big names right there. Tara Patrick.
Tommy Pistol.
Tommy Pistol. Look at that. Also a fellow pencil neck. Look at that. Who else do we have here? Anything else? Let's see. So why is this just Savannah? I have no idea. What's
she's another dead one. She was a famous dead one.
Oh wow, really?
Oh yeah, I think she killed herself, I think.
Sika?
Oh, Sika. Oh my God. Sika, one of the all-time classics. She's an old lady now.
Still with us, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Dominique Simone. Wow. Long time. Been around a while. Randy Spears.
He's definitely spearing someone.
Yeah. Good name.
Oh, Alexandra Silk was on. I didn't realize that Alexandra Silk was in there. Not that I've ever heard of her.
It feels to me like anybody that's ever done porn is in
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Candy Samples is not there. I'm shocked.
Okay.
Actually,
Mark, if you were in porn and you're not on this list, wouldn't you be like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
What Madison Stone? Some of these aren't where you can, click on them.
Yeah, they're not famous enough to get
Tony
their own article.
So is he part of the band? Is this one of the band members here?
Yeah, that's Susan's brother.
So was there 12 members of the band prior to him leaving to
Yeah.
form?
Yeah, he used to be the tambourine player, but
now it's an 11-piece band. It
Yeah.
might have been a 12-piece band back in the day. You have to, depending on what album you get.
There's Vince Voyer. I get these names.
Yeah, that's wow, 1966. Wow.
Oh, way back.
Angela White.
yeah, I know her.
Dick Witt. Mark Wood. Hey, there you go, pal. Barry Wood. Yeah, Michael Zinn. You're the last one in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, Larry Flint is a founder.
Oh, and Al Goldstein or Goldstein. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Al Goldstein.
These dirty men.
Wow. Noel Bloom. Yeah, these are all founders of the Hall of Fame. Wow.
Pleasure Products branch.
How does that work?
I don't know.
What are they? Quality control?
Internet Founders branch.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like the old timers committee that votes.
Yeah.
If you don't get in your original period of eligibility.
Huh.
References. Look at these references. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. How is that a reference?
Oh, here. Someone got into your voting records, bum.
Yeah.
I voted for Peter North.
Yeah. And then here you go. All my homemade porn got leaked.
Dickie's beer reviews.
Dickie's beer reviews. Awesome. Awesome.
Mm.
Tabitha, big fan of Tabitha Stevens here.
Mm.
We rolled right over that one. And Drag Queens, there's probably a Drag Queens Hall of Fame as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to get into all that, but yeah. So we covered a lot of territory here on the Share Beer Show.
Yeah.
That got interesting.
We go in depth here, for all those that are new to the show. By the way, as we go out here, this pumpkin spice Yeti, wasn't it? Or what do we have? Yeah, pumpkin spice Yeti, Imperial Yeti, is fantastic right now at this point.
What are you thinking about next week?
Oh yeah, any thoughts on next?
Yeah.
Do you want to hit like a style that doesn't really expand, or once we get into imperial stouts, and it totally goes a whole direction.
Fall seasonals. What do you?
Well, we did brown ales and pumpkins and Oktoberfests already.
Yeah.
We could start stouts. We could start, and I don't want to do just stouts. We could start with like particular barrels. There is a long way to go with just that.
I'm going to have to do red wine next week. We're going to the opera.
There you go.
Oh man, forget it.
Well, how about if Mark's drinking red wine, how about some sort of red ale?
Red ale. There you go. You guys can drink red ale. I'll drink red wine for a little bit.
What do you think?
Yeah, Derek Patrick. Freaking, that's funny. Red ale
or red IPA, any style with red in the name. Red IPA, red ale.
Or we could do a wine barrel aged beer.
That might be a little harder to find. I don't know if everyone can find a wine barrel aged beer. Or we could do another the same style that we've already done, and then move on to another style once Mark comes back. I don't know. That's just a thought.
Don't hold up for me, because next week we're at the opera. The week after, maybe we're going somewhere. I don't know yet. And the week after that, maybe. I don't know. So it might not be until the 29th I'm back. I might be gone for 3 weeks.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I hope
because
the
you're
channel
actually
might have me back.
coming to Pittsburgh the week
Yeah.
after that you
I'm going to be up to Pittsburgh in a few weeks.
So
I'll probably join there. That'll probably be Bath night.
That's true. Yeah, that could be Bath night. Yeah. So,
but next week definitely I'll be able to pop in for a little bit. But we're going to be at the opera.
with the thing of it, once we get into stouts,
Yeah.
do a regular stout is like, so I say like it has to be some kind of barrel aged. And once you start getting into barrel aged stouts, there's rum barrel aged, there's tequila barrel aged, or do you want to do just a spirit barrel aged? Because you have whiskey barrel aged stouts are a whole thing in and of itself.
Yeah.
Do you want to do whiskey barrel aged next week and then do a rum barrel aged, or do you want to just do one show where it's just barrel aged stouts?
That's what I would vote for.
So are you're opposed to just doing just a base stout and then going to adjuncts and then going to barrel aged?
Yeah, it might take too long.
Yeah.
Because you could really drill down the rabbit hole with stouts and barrel aging.
Yeah.
And we do have a whole lot of stuff to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like we still have Christmas beers. We still have, once we head into November, we have to start thinking about, all of those other styles that lead.
Yeah, you got all the holiday stuff.
Yeah.
Then we'll have the Bourbon County coming out. Do Bourbon County week.
That is, yeah. And I definitely myself, as you know, could I will be leading into this whole thing with my bourbon counties, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And remember also when we started this, it was just a beer from Europe. You could even do something stupid, not even the same style, but a common theme that's not common to the style, like a beer with a dog on the label.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. I like it. Okay, so
a beer with an animal or something like that? A dog or?
Yeah, okay. So a beer with an animal theme, bum, or what are we saying here? What
yeah, or any kind of animal pictured on the label.
Yeah, I like that. So
just something to think about in addition to the other ideas.
That's a different sort of way to go about it, isn't it? So how about a dog themed beer?
Yeah, I think most people
even a
can
stout.
get either
You might
dog or Smutty Nose that has dogs on the label, or
right. Yeah, just we'll leave it to a dog themed beer. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, make it interesting. I mean, you can show up with a dogfish head. You can show up with
dogfish head. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any sort of dog theme. Yeah. How about I'll tell you what. Because Mark's not or could possibly not be here, a cat themed beer. He's a cat guy, cat themed.
Because you know what I'm going to show up with the cat themed beer from my favorite local brewery.
Right. Yeah.
I've got a couple of them in the fridge right now, actually.
Exactly.
Waiting.
Okay. The cat. I'm guessing.
It would be perfect for the show, but I'm going to not do it.
So we'll do cat theme. Now he might be gone a few weeks, but for the first one, cat themed beer. And then maybe with Mark in mind, the second if he not shows up again, pencil themed.
Now that'll be tougher.
It could be a thin can, tall can.
That'll be tougher, but when you think about it, it could be something with schoolhouse in the name, or someplace you use a pencil. Little creativity would have to be in there to tie it into a pencil or pencil neck, long neck.
Yeah, you can do a
You know what I'm
long neck.
saying? Like a neck styled beer.
Not that I would know.
Yeah. No, I like the Cap Team because you could go out in all directions. You have Lion Stout, Tiger beer from China. Yeah, there's all kinds of.
Oh, we'll do that. Cat themed beer this coming week. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, guys. We'll see you, man. Peace out.
All right.
Later,
See you
y'all.
next week.
See ya.